Hey, Pusnet, new little video. This one, I want to talk about my power supplies and get your opinion on it. As I'm working on my radios, knowledge is power, but you need you need some power to run those all those electronics and stuff to gather the knowledge that you need. So either like to keep your tablets going so that you can reach out the books that you have on it and stuff, either to run the maps, run the radios and stuff. So you need a lot of power. So I was starting to think about my system, and I wanted to have an opinion. I bought some things, and that's what I'll go through what I have, but also what I want to buy. And mostly what I want to do is for my emergency communication bag. As I've been mentioning before on the channel, I would like to join the team, and so usually, you have like what they call a bug out, not a bug out bag, but a ready bag. And so you kind of have like, you take that bag and you can run communication and stuff. And so I'm looking at this, it has another purpose, is that now that bag can be used for my communication when I'm not mobile, so when I'm bug in. And so that's the purpose of building that bag, is that it'll have a purpose when I'm joining a team, but also now it has a purpose as well, as I can use different things. So let's start. So the gear right now that I bought a so first of all, when you have a battery, you need to charge it, and so I bought a smaller battery charger. It was on sale, and it's the Noco Nijis J1100. Basically it can charge 6 volts and 12 volt, and I think it does like lead acid, and there's another one. Anyway, it has different function on it and stuff. It has also different another advantage of this one, it has different component of it. So there's like so it's a main system, and then there's plugs, a little bit like Anderson plugs that you can plug on it, so you can use like clamps, you can use like little stuff, or different options that you have to charge your batteries. I've been using it so far, like literally I just have the batteries and it's under the desk and stuff, and it's been working great. I've been experimenting with it, so it's pretty cool. The battery that I went with is this one. It's a 12 volt 12 amp hour for about so yeah, 12 volt 12 amp hour, and it's a AGM battery technology. It's pretty, I was kind of surprised. I thought it was going to be bigger than that, and it's relatively small. It's a little bit heavy. Don't know if there's the things there, but I think it's about 5 pounds or something like that. But I've been running some of my radios, sometime like communicating with it through it, try different systems and stuff as I play with this. It's non-leak, so I can use it inside the house, so that's one of the reasons. Mostly like people use those for like scooters and wheelchairs and stuff like that, like electric wheelchair. So that's why it's safe to use indoors. So that's one of the reasons I went with those ones. And also, it's price-wise, they're a little bit cheaper than other possibilities. Oops, sorry about that. For the solar panel, I know that's not much, but there's two reasons I bought this one. So basically, it's from PowerFilm line, and it's the F15 300 and 5 watt. I don't have it right now; it's on its way. But 5 watts doesn't seem to be much, and you're right. But I wanted to have a quality one, and so I want to buy the PowerFilms. And I went to see, and there was on eBay, there was somebody selling it for pretty cheap, so I went with this one. But I'll be able to use it for a different system. First of all, once you buy those PowerFilm ones, you can hook them up in chain. So if you have 5 watts plus a 30 watts plus whatever, you can connect them all and increase your wattage. The second thing is that I kind of run my radio, my handheld radio. I have my little kit what I showed a video on separately than all my other stuff, and so what I want to do is put this one inside that radio. So if I have to run bug out and use just my my little kit, radio kit, this will be able to be, so it's compact, and then I don't need as much electricity to run all my system, because 5 watt will probably be enough to recharge my my batteries and my pads and like tablets and stuff like that, because I don't need as much electricity. So that's one of the reasons I went. But also, like I said, the other reason is that there's a lot of accessories that you have, and one of them is you can connect through another pad. So later down the road, most likely we'll be buying a bigger one, so maybe a 10 watts or 15 watts, depending of the budget and stuff too, because they're pretty expensive, especially the roller one, and the next one will be a roller. But for now, as I build slowly and I'll be improving, this one gives me some capacity, and I like the accessories that comes with them. So that's why I went with this one. So what kind of power kind, and I'll put a link on a pretty good presentation that I saw by amateur radio operator on his quest through power and solar panels, and he was, in his presentation, he was talking about an estimated of capacity of the battery that you need, and that's the formula they use. So the receiving percentage per hour times your how much time you're going to be using and how much energy your radio takes, depending on your radios and stuff, then it can establish how much capacity. So for example, if you would be on the run, in which you would be listening mostly and transmitting just a little bit, you'd be maybe 90 and 10%. So the R percentage would be 90 times whatever capacity, how much energy your radio takes when it receives, versus the 10%, which would be the T percentage H, times your energy that you consume out of that, and then it would tells you about how much energy your radio needs for that. So, and this is also, for example, 12.5 volt batteries. There's a limitation, and there's a little graph that he shows, and which is pretty good. Some radios, for example, under the 10 volt or even 11 volt, they won't work because they don't have enough power to them. And so even if your battery is a 12 volt, if you go down under, let's say, the 11 volt, if you're at 10 volt, you still have 10 volt in your battery, but you cannot use it for radio, because your radio won't function with that. So that's what he's talking about here, is that really that battery that you have, how much percentage of that can you use. And he was showing a pretty good chart, and he was he was talking about the percentage of watts that you have from your batteries and stuff like that. So highly recommend that little presentation. I've learned a lot from that. So my plan. So basically, like I was saying, the battery that I have is a 12 volt, 12 amp hour. And basically what I want to put on it is one of those little device, backpack, I think it's called. And basically what it does is that it goes on the top of the battery. It's very cool. And I'll put the link of where I find all that stuff. Mostly I'm going to buy it to one place. But it goes on the top of your battery, and what it does is that it has Anderson connection outside of it, and some of them has like fuse and some don't. So then now, because your battery has this, you can know how much energy you have through your number over here, and now you can connect all kind of Anderson connections to your battery, so different stuff and everything. And that just goes on top of your battery, so it doesn't take much more space and stuff. And then also when you recharge your battery, now you can just connect your, so basically it makes your battery way more versatile. There's even one that has a solar panel on it, but I won't buy that one because the solar panel that I have system doesn't work very well, and so I'm still figuring a little bit that one, but it doesn't seem like I'll be able to use. And my solar panel, because they have different purpose. I need a little gadget, which I'll be talking about, between the solar panel and my other recharging. But because I'm going to be using my solar panel for different things, it's not very useful to have that system right on my battery, because I'll be using for something else. So when I was talking about the recharger for the Nokia Genius battery charger, this is one of them that has the AC adapter. And with that batteries pack that I was just showing, I can recharge it now through my AC adapter. So that means that while I'm home and have electricity and everything and my battery's there, it can still get monitored, because I can connect through an SEG adapter, and basically can maintenance my battery and keep them charged and do all the good stuff that a Genius battery charger does versus a normal battery charger. And then this is another thing with that company. They have what they call a power puck. And basically what a power puck is exactly what it shows. So it's a little puck. When it's closed, that's about the size of it. It fits inside of your hand. But you see over here, once it opens, it has all those Anderson poles. And so basically you plug your battery or your source or power source or something to it. And so one of them is your power source. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 are left. And basically it's an extension cord, but all with Anderson poles at the end of it. So what I was thinking is using this for my radio. Either go from my radio when I use because now that means I can charge my my Yaesu, use the power of my Yaesu from the battery over here, and then I have my tablets. I can recharge my tablet as I'm doing this. If I have the Bofang can be connected on this as well and use the juice of the battery, and other good stuff. If I use my solar panel, that means my solar panel can be connected, recharge the battery slowly, and I still have like 3 that I can, again, now I can use my Bofang, can use all their batteries and other connectors. So it has some good use to it, and it gives me the chance of using different things. So now with that pack that I have, one would be connected obviously to this, so I still have 4, and I have one on the battery packs itself. So that one too I can charge like USB ports and stuff and everything, or connect straight my my solar panel through this, go through the batteries or different configurations. And at the same company as well, because I don't have like much experience with electricity and also the tools, they sell this pretty cool kit called the Anderson accessory bundle. And again, so as you can see here, it has the SAG J plug, 3 amp fuse that has Anderson plugs at the end, a male cigarette plug, a female cigarette socket, and clamps for batteries. And so all this comes in this little pack here, and now you can use it with again that little puck that they have. So like for example here, I can plug my battery, so that's one connection that I can have. My USB-C, I can charge it for different things for batteries. The Bofang I was going to use, the and as well my Yaesu actually has cigarette connectors, so that now that means I can buy like a double split ones, put that in there, and I can charge my 2 radios through one stuff. And so I was going to buy that accessory bundles for that, because it has different purpose and stuff, and I don't have to do it myself because obviously I'm not that and I don't have all that stuff. So that was my my plan, is to change my battery and stuff, and use that panels to recharge my battery. I'm also considering wind, because here, like obviously I live in a place where it rains a lot. Wind would be a good one, but it seems like I cannot find a good well, good, some of them are very expensive and stuff, a good wind turbine to recharge my battery. So for now it's the sunlight. And yeah, So here's the concept and here's the kit, and again, there's some of those that I didn't purchase yet, but it seems like it's a good idea, so I wanted to have people's opinion and expertise to know, like, does it seem good before I spend all that money and doing all that stuff and everything. So I'll talk to you soon.